The issue begins with S.H.I.E.L.D. agents Mark Smith and Nicholas Cooper reviewing footage of the Avengers in action and investigating the Tesseract. The agent notes that Dr. Erik Selvig's early work on the Tesseract has only begun to scratch the surface with its potential power. Smith goes on to mention that he's been relegated to research duty after failing one psychological assessment, and expresses dissatisfaction with S.H.I.E.L.D. Another agent overhears this, and soon, Smith receives a note about a meeting in a hangar. There, Smith meets a man who offers a different side to the world of S.H.I.E.L.D., one that will strive to help mankind achieve its full potential. The man introduces himself as Baron Strucker, and all he wants from Smith is proof of where his loyalty lies. Later, Agent Cooper continues his work on the device, when Agent Smith proceeds to shoot him dead and steal the Tesseract, declaring, "Hail Hydra." They bring it to a secret fortress within a country called Sokovia, whose people are currently rioting. Baron Strucker is pleased, and the Tesseract is immediately used to develop advanced and powerful weapons. But Strucker says it will not be enough. The Baron scientists require more human test subjects, so they begin to review footage of some nearby protesters. The Baron goes out to meet the people and says their protests are futile and offers them the power to protect themselves instead of having to seek protection from the government. Though at first suspicious, the twins Wanda and Pietro eventually agree to an experimental process to gain powers. Meanwhile, the Hydra agents prepare for Project Insight, which is unexpectedly foiled by Captain America, the Falcon, and Black Widow. But Baron Strucker is unfazed by the loss. S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra are relics of the past, who will be fed to Captain America and his colorful friends to keep them busy and the Baron's plans secure. As for the twins, this is no longer the age of spies. The Avengers will meet them sooner or later, as this is the age of miracles, and nothing is more terrifying than a miracle. Hello and welcome to Comic Island. My name is Arden, and this is my recap and review of the Avengers Age of Ultron Prelude, this Sceptre'd Isle. So I wasn't planning on reviewing this one, but I just kinda stumbled upon it instead. And I'm actually glad I did. This was a pretty cool comic that I bet a lot of you will be interested in. When it comes to this comic story, it's fair to say that there isn't much substance to this. It isn't critical you read this comic before the Age of Ultron movie, nor do we really see much that we didn't already know. But it does help to bridge the gap nicely between the Avengers movie, Captain America 2, and Age of Ultron. Considering how far apart these movies are spaced out, it's actually nice to have a reminder of what's important and relevant going into the big Avengers sequel, and this comic does a really good job of that. This is one of those comics Marvel has experimented with before that's designed exclusively to be viewed digitally. I've read a few of these in the past, and they are usually really well done. They read more like a movie thanks to there being no page limit, so each page can unfold and change like a scene in a film. That reason alone is worth checking out this comic if you haven't seen anything like this before. And there's nothing wrong with a comic like this that takes place in the cinematic universe if it's entertaining like this one was. It reminds me that as the mainstream comic universe becomes increasingly in line with the cinematic world, it doesn't necessarily mean that comics will be any worse or lose their sense of legacy. Overall, though I don't think this is the greatest comic out there, it is unique and the art is done well enough that I do recommend you check this one out for yourself. Let me know what you think of the Age of Ultron Prelude in the comments section. Also, be sure to check out our website and Facebook page in the video description to stay on top of all of our comic book coverage here at Comic Island. And finally, don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep reading comics.